Welcome to Ohm's Law for use in AS physics. So we need to define what Ohm's Law is. Ohm's Law is defined as R is equal to V over I, and we need to know what each of those are. R is the resistance, I is current, V is voltage, also known as potential difference. The units of each of these are: for the resistance, ohms; for current, we use amps; and for voltage, or the potential difference, we use volts. Okay, let's take that defined equation and now rearrange it to get two other equations, leaving us with three in total. There we have our Battenberg method over there. We rearrange that to get V is equal to IR and I is equal to V over R. So that leaves us with three equations: one to calculate resistance, one to calculate voltage, and one to calculate the current. Now let's look at an example of this. Here we have a crudely drawn simple circuit, and in that simple circuit we have a resistor, which is the rectangle object, and we have a single cell. All we can learn from that simple circuit is that the voltage is 1.5. The reason it's 1.5 is because that's the voltage we have across any single cell. We don't know the current yet, and we don't know the resistance. So we need to find the current if we want to work out what the resistance is. So how do we work out the current? Well, the simple way for this circuit would be to add in an ammeter. With our equation, we now know that R is equal to V over I, and reading off of our ammeter we can see that the current is equal to 0.15 milliamps. So a simple way to start would be to write out everything we know and everything we don't know. Well, we want to know the resistance. We know the current now from the ammeter is 0.15 milliamps and the voltage is 1.5 volts. We now have our equation, R is equal to V over I. Substituting in the values, we see that R is equal to 1.5 divided by 0.15 times 10 to the minus 3, and as a result we end up with the resistance equaling 10 times 10 to the 3. If we put this in standard form, R is 10 kiloohms. Now here's an example for you to try. If you're stuck, have a look back at the three equations we had early on in the video and see which one is appropriate. We are trying to work out the current. Did you select the right equation? I is equal to V over R. If we use that, we find that the current is 1.91 times 10 to the minus 3 amps. And there you have a simple introduction to Ohm's Law.